This is a continuation of the previous video I made concerning about the JoJo Fightcade and how to install it. This time will be a part 2 of the video concerning the training mode and other specifications. First off, I want to direct your attention to this. If the JoJo Fightcade installation guide does not work for you for some reason, you can just easily download this, the JoJo Fightcade I created for myself, which has a ROM and everything installed correctly, so you can just easily install and extract that for without any errors, hopefully. And the second thing I want to address is this, the Heritage for the Future training mode that I made. In the last video, the video was a bit choppy and didn't really explain well. I do apologize for that, but hopefully this will work. In the previous video, there's multiple claims that this does not work, but I think I found some type of solution. After I downloaded it and I extract it, which does take a while due to how rather kind of big, 98 megabytes. But to new players out there or people who are new to this, I would recommend for extracting either 7-zip or WinRAR. They are very important to extract these files or just keep it at these type of files so it doesn't cause any confusion. Now after you have the Heritage for the Future training mode and then FBA.exe, just wait for a bit. The problem that people had was that the ROM was not loading correctly. Instead, there was an error that contained JoJo BA wasn't found or something like that. Usually that means if you click right here, it won't load, but neither would this, which is the correct ROM since it was under JoJoban. If you click on use zip names, it will display this. But as I said in description, but now I will explain in video form. If you go under here, the ROM DIRS which means ROM discoveries, you can browse through here. You can click on browse, and you'll be able to go through and locate your ROM. As an example, downloads, click here, Heritage for the Future training ROM, the folder, and then you just click on ROMs, click on OK. Remember to do this on your computer because my computer is different from your computer. Always scan ROMs, just make sure. And then you'll be able to load it correctly. But that is, after all, under my ROM, my download link that I posted. So it may be a bit different. Or it may not even work at all sometimes, which is the main problem. But Standcrash does have an actual proper link that requires manual installation and setup, which I find to be pretty easy. First off, if you go under Standcrash, I will link the description, and if you go under FBA Cheats, you'll be linked to this. You will link to JoJo Cheats. This is how I installed my Heritage for the Future JoJo training mode for myself, and it works for me, so why not you? Just download this, and this will link to just the JoJo, not just the FBA emulator with the cheats, but it's under JoJoban, B-A-N-E, now JoJoban. So if I were to go back to my folders, and I extract it, extract here, pretty easy. It's going to go under new folder. I might as well also rename it to JoJo Cheats, just to not cause any confusion. So my here JoJo Cheats. Go in here, I'm gonna make icons a bit bigger. Under cheats, we have JoJoban, which is the ROM which is the cheats right here. We want to rename it to JoJoban because the ROM we use is JoJoban. Easily remove the ROM because I have the ROM right here. Just remove your JoJoban zip ROM from either your Fightcade game or your other training modes that I sent you links. They're all the same. It's all JoJoban. Now if you go here on the emulator, Takes a little while to load and boot up. Here you are. You can go under game and load game. Now, just a reminder, all this stuff's going to come out and you're going to probably freak out. Remember to always show available only. Use zip names just to get a good visual. Scan ROMs. I mean, that kind of helps, but always remember to go to the ROMs discovery. I'm going to do it again just to clarify. Downloads. This time for JoJo Cheats, because that's the folder we're using. And under ROMs, just click on it. Click on OK. And OK. Extension ROMs. And then you can just click on here. Now to access these cheats, you'll want to go to MISC. And you also want to go to Enable Cheats. And here you all the cheats right here. This should be working on that FBA style or occasion as well. The alternative way to get the JoJo training mode for the Heritage for the Future is using your Fightcade as well as the JoJo Bizarre Adventure Heritage for the Future Discord server, which I explained last video. So if you're in this Discord server, if you go under pinned messages, under guides and training, sorry if my pinned messages look a bit weird. I have better Discord and I downloaded this plugin that makes it like this. Scroll all the way down here and you will have this second to last pin. One of the admins posted this mini tutorial on how to get the training mode. What we need here are these two links, but we already have this link already. This is in the Standcrash website and it's under jojocheats.rar, so we don't need that. All we need is this here. I'm just going to copy. Control C. Just go back here to my browser and just paste that here. If you either just do what I just did or just click on it, either way, they'll both work. As you can see, it automatically downloads it, the FBA emulator. So it's already here. And what we need to do is just extract only the FBA.exe. So after this extract, I went over the extract file so it could be a bit more organized. And then go over here. We only need this exe. Now, what I recommend doing is just copy your Fightcade folder and just putting it somewhere else, just completely away from your original Fightcade, which is personal Fightcade folder. Because in my experience of using this does cause some problems to your Fightcade, which I will set out as a warning. Now, all you gotta do is just copy and paste your FBA.exe emulator here. Go back. And the reason why you needed JoJo Cheats was because you needed the cheats here, the JoJoban.ini or initiation folder, I think. All you need to do is copy that and paste that here. Do not go in these cheats English ones, because it does some weird stuff and I don't want to get into it, because it does replace the original JoJoban. JoJoban.ini here. I don't want anything weird to happen. But in all consideration, it does work. If you go under FBA.exe and load it just like I've been doing the past couple times, it's all the same. Load the game, load a lot of stuff, show available only, use zip names, round discoveries, go to browse. I'm showing this so everyone can get this, because why not? Okay, here, scanning the ROMs. Would you look at that? Import, load up the ROM. Go to game, map game inputs. All the things here are good. Click out, miscellaneous, info cheats. All this is here. So yeah, it does work, but there are some rather errors that can follow with this. If you try to play offline on Fightcade, such as like pressing slash and play on Fightcade, it does cause a thing called a guru meditation, which does some error, which doesn't allow Fightcade to actually load the ROM offline. You'll be able to challenge different people, but the problem is another problem with this is that it does cause some input reset, which always resets your inputs to the default inputs, which I don't think you would really like. So I don't really recommend this thing. If it's last resort, and if this is the only way that works, then all means go ahead. All you have to do is reset your inputs, and that will be good, and just not use Fightcade. So this will be your not temporary, but rather alternative way to get the JoJo training mode, and those are the 3 ways to get them. As you can see here, we can add more cheats to our FBA emulator to further rather enhance or just add more stuff to our JoJo training mode. As I'm going to demonstrate how to add more cheats. So let's say you want to mute the background music volume, which basically means that if you don't want to listen to the background music, if I am like, I don't know, obnoxious or something, and will listen to your own music while you play the game, perfectly respectable and reasonable. All you gotta do is just copy all of this, Control C, and then go back to your FBA emulator. Right now I'm going on your HFTF training mode. Just click this and then go under cheats. If you go under cheats and then you open up with a notepad, by the way, I also want to address the notepad plus whatever it's called. This is a very useful and helpful notepad. That's way better than the original notepad I'm going to demonstrate, which is this. I'm just saying this one's a really good notepad. You should check it out. It's called Notepad Plus. You should check it out. It's really good. Now, let's say I want to add this sheet. I'm just going to press enter twice because we need at least one space right here to separate each sheet. And just Control V, and now we have our BGM volume. And let's say you want to mute it. So just delete these two because they're useless. And in order to actually have the cheat mute the background music, just copy this into here and then just leave it as that, because the one here matches with this, and this enables the background music to be mute. Just exit out and save this, go back here and just load the ROM. On my end, it's going to be really loud. On your end, it's going to be very not loud. So I'm going to suffer. So here we are, JoJo Bizarre Adventure here for the future. Just start the game already. Oh, that's loud. Let's have a 2-player game. As you can see, no background music. There's only just special effects, sounds, and voices. So JoJo, and then quick JoJo versus Dio match. Oh, that is loud on my end. Pain. Lower this a bit. And as you can see here, no background music. So that's cool, isn't it? Special effects, sound effects are still there. It's not special effects, sound effects are there. So you can't, in my opinion, you can't really rip the sounds, but it's arcade sounds and all its glory without the background music. And now to move along to some Fightcade shenanigans that may help you. First off, I'm gonna demonstrate how to unlock the secret characters in offline mode. So I'm just gonna put on /play to load JoJoban. As it loads, you have to press F2 and then up to 7 here. 5, 6, 7. As you can see, it's red because I already did the input, but it still be the same anyway. So what we want to input is up, down, right, left, light, medium, heavy, stand. As you can hear, our little rear can be heard. This indicates that you did the input correctly. If you put the input and you did not do it correctly, then you have to restart it completely by just exiting JoJoban and then just load the offline mode again. And then you want to go down here. And if it's red, that means you already did it. Click here. Now it's saving, and you want to click here. Basically, click all the end portions, and then if you start the game, and you just start the game, And all the secret characters are unlocked in offline mode. Another issue that reoccurs in Fightcade is that the ×3 punch or kick macro does not work, meaning that no matter how many times players want to double click on ×3 punch or kick on map game inputs, it doesn't work. It works for me, but for some players, it doesn't even work at all. So in order to fix this, you want to go to config, you want to go to games, and then find your JoJoban.ini. Again, open it with Notepad. As you can see here, we have all of these different switch, all these things here, like switch 0 times 19, switch 0 times 18, all that stuff. And what I like to address is, this is how you fix this issue. So I already mapped some buttons to replace, not to replace, but just to set things up. So this switch 0 times 18, switch 0 times 19 are here on player 2, medium kick and strong kick. This is O and that is P. I set these up so that if you place them here, it'd be easier to just copy and paste and then later change them later. This is all done under map game inputs. So let's say I want to copy this here, just copy it, and let's say I want to switch it for ×3 punch on player 2. Bang. And then I want to switch strong kick, boom, for ×3 punch, try some kick here for player 2. And if this works correctly, then it should be, then in map game inputs, player 2 ×3 times punch and player 2 3 times kick would be O and P. So exit out, save, load up Fightcade, give a little moment to load up, build a little suspension here. Load this, and then immediately press P, play it, start the offline. And then go under game, and if you go under map game inputs, it's O and P. So my recommendation in doing this is to set the key that you want it to be for ×3 punch and ×3 kick already on some player 2 or some unused area that you're not going to use, and then go on config, games, and then JoJoban.ini, and then just copy and paste them over there is my recommendation.